What's up, YouTube? I'm here with Ian, and we are getting his TENYI deck profile.
Okay. So starting out with, I'm running triple copies of the Monk of the TENYI for the extra deck, just to start out with.
Would you mind? Can we spin them as you talk about them? Spin them to me.
Just basically it's the starter for most of the combos you want to use. Next we have triple copies of the Shaman of TENYI. Shaman is the searcher. It also can be used to pop cards. I'm running double copies of Berserker of the TENYI. Berserker is just their best non-effect monster in archetype. One copy of the Draco Master. It lets you pop. One copy of the Shahara. Shahara is your big payoff for the deck. You have one copy of a Appaloosa. I'm running the standard 3 copies of the Nightmare package. So that'll be your Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn. I'm also running a copy of the Synchro. Now for the extra.
They're Greg's.
For the main deck. For the main deck, I'm running a single copy of. Sorry about the delay here.
That's okay.
Trying to separate out each card to kind of generically what it is, what it does, what it is for. So, to okay. Running your standard copies of triple Ash Blossom, triple Ghost Bell. Just because Ash Blossom and Ghost Bell are just such ambiguously useful cards in the current format.
Okay.
And with just the ability for pretty much almost every deck wants to go into the extra deck at some point in time. I'm also running as far as the trap cards, I'm running copies of triple Solemn Judgments. Judgment is probably one of the best main deck ones for me. I personally like that one. I'm also running triple copies of Infinite Impermanence, just to make this work well.
Yep.
I'm also running triple copies of Waterfall Dragon Souls. Waterfall Dragon Souls is either a search or a Rhoda for the entirety of it.
Oh, for worms, right?
For worms specifically.
That's cool.
This is one of the reasons why I like to do it, and it's one of the reasons why I like to run this deck as a first turn deck, because that I have the search ability within that one, and it's just outside of archetype, which is kind of the main thing. For generic spells, I'm running a copy, of course, of everyone's favorite. You know it, you love it. Call by the Grave. Running a copy of the Terraforming. I'm also running a copy of Harpy's Feather Duster and a Metaphors. For your standard combo pieces in the deck wise, I'm running triple copies of the Fist of TENYI. Fist of TENYI is probably one of my personal favorites as far as the deck is concerned, just in keeping the just generic searches in that. I also have run triple copies of Vessel for this. Vessel is your Foolish in the deck. It's also the main searcher. I have triple copies of the Field Spell. The Field Spell itself is basically, if you run it correctly, it is Pot of Greed and just a Field Spell. The non-TENYI monsters I'm running a Mare and a Mystery Shell. The Mystery Shell is actually one of the best level 4 non-effect worm type monsters available in the game, and it's easily to summon. Can basically put your entire combos online with a combination of the Mystery Shell plus a copy of flawless, you can basically start your combos from there. I'm running pretty much the standard copy of all 3 of every single Tenyi available. I'm running 3 copies of the Nahara. I'm running triple copies of Vashuddha, triple copies of Shanathana, triple copies of Apara, and triple copies of Ahara and Shathana. Because you want to basically, with all these, and what they do is, this is the add back to hand with your tuner, which is the level 1. The level 7 light is your special from deck. Your level 7 dark is the bounce. The wind is actually not a bad one, because surprisingly the wind one becomes very useful in battle in getting over monsters, especially if they can be lowered. My favorite ones to probably go into are gotta be Shathana and Mapara. Mapara is the negate if a target targets and destroys, and Shathana is the reborn to destroy a card. It is non-targeting destruction, which makes it very,
Seems pretty good.
very useful across the board. Honestly, if you are going to be building anything worm-based, you're probably going to be putting a copy of the boss monster in, especially with swords coming out. Potentially, this is one of the best cards to go, and the payoff for it is bonkers.
Do you want to go through the side deck?
Side deck is just your standard copies. I have triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Dark Rumor No More, triple copies of Compulsory Evacuation Device, and also double copies of Evenly Matched, and a single copy of Pankratops. Pankratops is just kind of one of the ones I really just don't want to go into.
Sure. Did the Compulse come up today?
Compulse didn't really come up much. I don't normally side out, to be quite honest. I generally feel more confident, because even when people are running against it, I was running against a copy against Sky Striker, and Sky Striker pretty much, what can you do? Like, if you put out a Berserker of the Tenyi, you can't Widow Anchor that at all.
Oh, because it has no effect? That's
so,
cool.
The fact of the matter is, actually surprisingly, people don't realize is that effective negation is pretty powerful, but if you're normal monsters, what do they do?
Yeah, there's nothing to negate.
Nothing to
All right. Well, thanks, Ian. You want any shout outs or say anything else?
No. Just want to say best of luck to everybody. See you later, okay?
Thanks a bunch. I appreciate it.